Good morning. We are in Oxford, England, and we're gonna do some fly over to Birmingham, do some touch and goes, and then we're gonna fly over to Canfield and do some touch and goes, and then do a full stop landing. So I think make sure everything's looking pretty good. Yeah, looks like everything's working. So we'll go ahead and get the airplane started up here and get everything going here. So we're using Orbit's True Earth and for Great Britain, and so far it's worked out pretty good. I was looking for some GA parking spots here, and the only ones I've seen available were on the grass, so that's where I am. So we'll have to taxi off the grass here and get onto a taxiway once we figure out which runway's in use right now. So without further ado, we'll get the plane started, and we're using a program called X Checklist, and that's I'm a co-author of it, and me and my friend in the Czech Republic, we wrote this plugin together. So he's the one that made it talk. So that's pretty cool. Alrighty.
2 brakes. Test and set. 3 fuel selector. Both. 4 fuel shut-off valve. On, in. 6 beacon. On. 7 avionics switch. Off. 8 master switch. On. 9 throttle. Open 1/4 inch. 10 mixture. Idle cut off. A auxiliary pump. On. B mixture. Rich until 3 to 5 GPH, then cut off. C auxiliary pump. Off. 12 starter. Engage. 1 ignition switch. Start. 2 mixture, at engine start. Rich. 3 engine. RPM 1000 RPM. 4 oil pressure. Check. 5 mixture. Leaned max. 6 flaps. Retract. 7 avionics. On. 8 instruments.
So let me look here. So Oxford elevation is 270. I see the altimeter's a little bit lower here, so turn it up a little bit. 270. And looks like we're almost right on 2.4, so I'll turn a little bit. We're 2.4 towards west, so a little bit past. That's good. Yeah, the instruments are good.
1 brakes.
Okay, brakes are on. Everything's looking good. So I think I'm done with the checklist. Yep. So make sure everything is okie dokie here. Everything looks okay. So let's wait a little bit here, get the engine to warm up a little bit. I'm using the reality expansion pack, and if I do not allow that to happen, the engine may quit. So we'll let's see, who we got talking to. Let's see if we can talk to the tower. 133.430. Said COM 1, 113.430.
113.43 is not a valid frequency for COM 1.
Really? Why? Well, let's try a different way here. That's tower. Say weather. Say weather.
Weather at Echo Golf Tango Kilo is clear. Visibility is unrestricted. Winds are 09 or 2 at 6 knots. Cloud coverage is clear. Current altimeter is 3015. Temperature 20°.14.
So the actual frequency is 425. Alrighty. Say active runway.
Arriving and departing runway 01.
01. Okay. So looks like I gotta do some taxiing. I'm pretty sure where I am right now. See if I can find me a map. Something ain't right. Well, maybe it is. Okay. Alrighty. I was overthinking it. So it's where I thought it was. So 01's right there. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf ready for taxi.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf contact Oxford ground on 121.9 or 5 for taxi clearance.
Ground Cessna 6 Bravo Golf.
6 Bravo Golf, this is ground, go ahead.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf ready for taxi. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, ready for taxi.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf taxi to runway 01, hold short runway 01.
Okay. I think it's this taxiway here. Looks like I'm going the right way. Looking for a hold short line up here. Not sure if this is it or not. It says runway ahead. So, looks like a hold short line to me. I misjudged where that was. Move up just a little bit. Ground Cessna 6 Bravo Golf holding short, runway 01.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf contact tower on 133.42.
Tower Cessna 6 Bravo Golf.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, this is tower, go ahead.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, ready for departure.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, winds are 09 at 6 knots, altimeter 3015, cleared for takeoff, runway 01, squawk 1200.
Okay, she said to squawk 1200. I put the transponder on altimeter, and we should be good to go. We'll roll out here. Okay, we've been cleared. Full power. Airspeed's alive. Rotate. Maintain runway center line. Don't do anything until you're at least 500 feet above the ground here. Just fly the same way you took off. Looks like we got to be on a heading of 338, so that'll be a left-hand turn. Still maintaining runway center line. Okay, we're 1,000 feet above the ground. Well, not quite. Now we are. 338. Straighten her up. Where we gotta go? We'll go about 38 miles, so we'll let her climb up here in elevation a little bit. I'll pull the power back a little bit. I'll go back to 2200. We forgot a whole bunch of lights. Strobes off, nabs off, lights off. Whoops. We didn't even have a taxi light on. That was kind of bad, though. Oh well. So we're at 22.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, enjoy your afternoon. Frequency change approved.
The weather looks pretty nice, so. Computer seems to be behaving today. Scenery does look nice. Try not to let it climb too much right here. But got a ways to go, so. Changing the type of map here. Pretty much on track for the for my flight plan. I'm hand flying, not using autopilot, but I have the flight plan put in, so it kind of helps me make sure I stay on course and not get too far off course. So I should be 338 and I'm 333, so I'm not too far off. So temps look good, pressures look good. Looks like we got enough fuel. I'm drifting to the left just a little bit. So no longer need that airport. Next airport, EGBB. So it's an elevation of 327. So pattern will be 1300, 1400. What kind of frequencies we got? So towers 118.35, 305. So we'll set that in the standby frequency so we have it ready. Set COM1 standby 118.305.
COM1 standby on 121.955.
Well, that's not what I said. Set COM1 standby 118.305.
COM1 standby set to 118.305.
That worked better. Not sure what was going on. It was almost like it was telling me what the frequency was. So we have it in standby, so all I need to do is click on the flip button and we'll be on tower. So still got a little too much power in here. Just trying to get the plane level off so I can get a little more airspeed. So one runway, 7,500 feet, so it's a nice long runway. So, well, it's Birmingham, so it's a fairly good-sized town, so makes sense. So we took off in 01, what kind of, probably 15. Let's see if I guessed right. We took off in 01 and one flies close to that, so we'll see. Yeah, so I'm trying to level the plane off at 2,500 feet because I'm going in more westbound than eastbound, so should be an even plus 500. Excuse me. Keep drifting left by a little bit. So when I see the altimeter like climbing up a little bit, I push in on the yoke just slightly and grab a hold of the trim wheel and roll it up a little bit to try to find that balance. So when I get the plane in level flight, probably should be around probably 100, 105 knots, something like that. So it's not too windy, so don't have to fight the wind too much. So with any luck, this will be my last stream with this headset. I have a Vive Pro 2 on pre-order, and they're supposed to ship on the 3rd, so we'll see how long it takes to get me one. Because currently I'm running an HP Reverb G2, and which is Windows Mixed Reality, and it is the first Windows Mixed Reality headset I've ever owned. For what I do, streaming VR, visually it's beautiful, but the current supported tools for Windows Mixed Reality don't have the breadth of support as what the Steam VR tools have. So my next headset will have higher resolution. It will allow me to natively use my Steam VR tools without any issues. Currently, with the present version of Microsoft Flight Simulator, I can't use my Valve Index controllers. There's a program you use to kind of allow your controllers to be used with the G2. Works great in X-Plane. That's what I'm using right now. But in Microsoft Flight Simulator, that program doesn't get along with Microsoft Flight Simulator. So the new headset will allow that to work natively, so I won't have to use an extra program to get it to work. The Vive Pro will just natively accept the valve index controllers. So it's a little less hassle. So. Because whenever I get ready to start a stream, I always have the chance that for some reason the controllers haven't been found by the headset, or they have been found but they're misaligned. I mean, all kind of craziness, you know, and it's stressing. You don't really, as a streamer, you want to try to reduce those kind of stressors as much as you can. And hopefully that'll do that. So there's a couple of downsides to the headset. One is the microphones are bad, but there's a way. What's going on is that when you say P sound, it pops. So you can buy pop filters to put on it, and that's what I've done. And that's probably about it. I guess visually I won't know until I get it what the difference is. It's supposed to be higher res, but so I'm sure that's true. But how does the picture look? You know, because I stream in only two sims, just in X-Plane and in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So any other game it's relevant to me because I don't use them. So that's the only thing that I have to be concerned with is how it looks in Microsoft Flight Simulator and how it looks in X-Plane. The one review that I read says that the performance is actually better, even though the resolution is higher than the G2 that I'm using right now, which is kind of interesting that it would be, you have a higher resolution, but your performance is better. I'll only know that when I try it. Because right now, yeah, so I was around 45, I'm like 38 to 40, somewhere in that range. So this thing's performing really good, I mean, so, because I'm running an i7 9700K with a 2080 Ti, and on the look for a 3090, but man, those are hard to find. They're just hard to find. I'm willing to spend the money, not scalper money, but I'm willing to spend MSRP number money, but you just can't find them. They're just really, really rare. So I just have to put up with my the 2080 Ti is a pretty nice video card. So I just work with it. So we're 17 miles away from the airport. There's an airport right there. Looks like EGBB. More than likely a military. Whenever I pick these airports, I intentionally don't pick military airports because I try to fly my flights as realistically as possible, and unless you're in an emergency, you're not going to land at a military airport. So I do not pick them as part of my flight plan. So when I get about 10 nautical miles away, I will contact the tower and let them know my intentions. So my hardware I'm using, besides the sub-index clutch controllers is a Fulcrum One yoke that is made right here in the UK. And great yoke, I just love the yoke. And a set of MFG crosswind pedals. Any other interaction is done with touch controllers, with my VR controllers. So adjusting the throttle, adjusting the trim, adjusting the flaps, all the switches, all that's done with my index controllers. The cool thing is they stay on my hands, so they're I don't have to worry about where I put them. They're with me. So that's why I'm kind of waiting on Microsoft Flight Simulator to give VR controller support. And I'm not sure how long that's going to take. I'm also not sure how well it's going to be implemented. That's the other problem, is you say you have VR controller support, but it's all in how well it's done. It's the same way on X-Plane. There's certain planes that you may be able to fly in VR, but the interaction with the plane is kind of, in other words, some of them, instead of when I have a knob here, if I pull on the trigger and I have this knob highlighted, if I rotate my controller, it moves. Some of them, because of how they were in 2D, I would actually have to hold my trigger down and move the controller at an angle, kind of like what you would do with a mouse, and that just isn't how it should work. It's a knob. The knobs rotate. So, and the controllers in X-Plane, they emulate that quite well. And so when I'm turning it, kind of hard. I got the sound up a little bit, but I can actually feel when I turn it that the controller sits there and vibrates. So I can feel it moving, so, which is just how I think VR controllers should be implemented, is things like that. Same way as when you come down here. So when I come onto the throttle, I can feel it. It highlights, it lights up, and I can feel it. Same way as it's any of this stuff. Anything you can do something with, it highlights, and then you feel it. You actually it's almost like you feel it touch. So it's almost like you can feel that you just touch that knob. And so half the time I'll call these touch controllers, because that's how it feels to me. It's that I touch that flap knob, that flap lever. So. Whoops. Tower, Cessna 6 Bravo Golf.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, this is Tower, go ahead.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, inbound to land.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, good afternoon. Squawk 1200, enter pattern on a left downwind for runway 15.
Okay.
Call downwind.
Whoops. Okay, runway 15. So I guess the runway right, and I am too high, and I'm 6 miles out. So I gotta get rid of some pulled power back here. It almost looks like that runway's right in front of me. So 15. Let me turn this way. So that's going alongside the runway. So I'm going to go to my left a little bit here, because I'm quite sure that's the airport. And so I'm going to get to the left here. So when I make I'm not sure. backwards. Hey, how you doing? I'm doing great. Just trying to figure out how to land on this runway. Looks like I gotta fly by it. I'll fly by it, make a left-hand turn. Oh, there it is right there. It's not quite where I thought it was. No, I have a HP Reverb G2, but I use it with SteamVR. So there's an open VR input plugin, and that's how I get my output to the stream. Okay, let's get back to 2000. I have a Vive Pro 2 on pre-order. Should ship on the 3rd of June. Okay, there's the runway. Not that I'm aware of. I don't know what to do about that. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, downwind runway 15.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, call turning final for runway 15.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, request touch and go. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, request touch and go.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, winds are 131 at 9 knots, cleared for the option runway 15.
Oh, there's something not look right. There's something wrong. Something that's not right. Okay, that was hilarious. Okay, not your flaps. And my heading bug set to the wrong place. It's like, why is that not lining up? And I looked, the compass is lined up. Okay. So I'm a little tight here. So another notch of flaps. So I may not be lined up too well right here, but we'll work through it. So straighten her up. Yeah, that runway's pretty close. Oh well, we'll be okay. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, turning final.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf winds are 131 at 9 knots cleared for the option runway 15.
Lost knots of flaps. Ooh, wasn't too good. Great landing? Really? I don't think so. You have a different idea of great landing than I do. Pouring late flare and I got the great landing. Seriously. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, downwind, runway 15.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf call turning final for runway 15.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, request touch and go.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf winds are 131 at 9 knots cleared for the option runway 15.
Okay, pull back power a little bit. 1 knot of flaps. Like the approach is a little better. Okay. Turn on base. And we're not to flaps. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, turning final.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf winds are 131 at 9 knots cleared for the option runway 15.
Yeah, I think it's been a week and a half since I've flown, so. Flats not to flats. More like it's how it's supposed to be done. Rotate. Yeah, I pulled back too much on the previous landing. Yeah, that was way better. Yeah, like I said, I haven't flown in probably a week and a half. And it wasn't a really, the first one wasn't really bad, but it's not what I'm capable of. True. Yeah, when I was first learning, that was a problem for me. The nose wheel wasn't as high as it should have been. I overcome that, but when I first started, I was pretty bad that way. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, downwind runway 15.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf altimeter 3012 call turning final for runway 15.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, request touch and go.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf winds are 131 at 8 knots cleared for the option runway 15.
So 131, so that's not a really bad crosswind, but it feels that way. 8 knots, I can feel it. So we'll go back to like 1800 here, hold the yoke, try to keep it level, 1 notch of flaps. Try to get the plane to start going down here. And whenever I do that, then I lose some RPMs. Okay, turn on base. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, turning final.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf winds are 131 at 8 knots, cleared for the option runway 15.
Sounds good. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm glad I added the webcam. It allows me to look at the VODs and actually see how well I'm doing in the inputs I'm doing to the yoke and that kind of stuff. So thank you so much for stopping by. You have a great day. Okay, pattern altitude, back to 2,000. Straighten up. Airspeed was going up, so I had to be dropping a little bit. Line up here. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, downwind, runway 15.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, call turning final for runway 15.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, request touch and go. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, request touch and go.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, winds are 131 at 8 knots, cleared for the option runway 15.
Okay, power back to 1800. 1 knot of flaps. Oops. I could hear it. I could hear the RPM drop. Kind of like, whoops. Better do something. Okay, turn on base. And we're turning, 1 more knot to flaps. Trying to keep the RPM at like 1800. Or thereabouts. Trying to get squared up here on base. Squared up on base. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, turning final.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, winds are 131 at 8 knots, cleared for the option runway 15.
A little bit high. Come on, start dropping. That's not the flaps. Try 1700 here. Trying to fix it with pitch is not the right answer. So I think I'll do 2 more touch and goes. And on to the new airport. There's a runway behind me. Turn downwind here. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, downwind runway 15.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, call turning final for runway 15.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, request touch and go.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, winds are 131 at 8 knots, cleared for the option runway 15.
131. Seems worse than that. Oh well. That's what it's all about. The challenge. Okay. Power back to 1800. Hold up on the yoke a bit. 1 notch of flaps. Release the yoke. Actually, maybe even shove it forward. Try to get the plane to start descending. Okay, turn on base. Notch of flaps. Turn on base, Bill. So straighten it up. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, turning final.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, winds are 131 at 8 knots, cleared for the option runway 15.
Okay. Got 2 notches of flaps in. Seems a little low. I'll get over. Come on, get over. One more touch and go, and then we're done with this airport. 19 seconds flared. Float. So I'd pull the yoke back, and then I'd hear the stall horn just release just a little bit. Stall horn goes off, and carry a little bit, and then pull back a little bit. Stall horn goes off, release, not release, just relieve pressure. Okay. Last touch and go for this airport. Alrighty. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, downwind, runway 15.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, call turning final for runway 15.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, request touch and go.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, winds are 131 at 8 knots, cleared for the option runway 15.
Alrighty. So we're cleared. I got to call final, and that's about it. So we're looking pretty good to the runway here. Right now we're about 2,000 RPM. Doing about 80 knots. So there's the end of the runway. I hold the yoke so I don't descend. 1,800, 1 knot to flaps. You can hear the airspeed dropping, so I'm trying to get the plane to descend a little bit, and we lost about 150 RPM. So I needed to correct for that. Okay. Turn on base. 1 more knot of flaps. Oop. That was a little steep. Trying to keep my turns in between those 2 bars. Okay. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, turning final.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, winds are 131 at 8 knots, cleared for the option runway 15.
Alrighty. So we're all good. Got the plane trimmed up for, looks like about 60 knots. So I am putting no pitch input into the yoke. The only thing I'm using the yoke for right now is just to turn with. So no input on the yoke. Looking at 61 knots or so. Put in another notch of flaps. Last notch. Getting a little low and slow. So I give it a little more throttle. throttle back out of it. Start descending here. Try to get over a little bit. Cool. Alrighty, on to the next airport. Rotate. Yeah, I have a tendency when I hear that stall horn come off, I pull back too much, and I'm trying to break myself of that habit. Okay, what heading do we got to be on? 119. So it looks like that'll be off to our left a little bit here. Oh, that all went pretty good. Where are we going? TC. So elevation's about the same. 119, I'm already on it. That's eastbound, so I can actually level off. I'm going to pull the power back 22 and level off right here at 1500. So how far we gotta go? Gotta go about 45 miles. So a little too much power. Well, we're heading pretty much eastbound, so eastbound would be an odd plus 500, so 1500 will work in this area here. He's still climbing a little bit on me, so I'm trying to push the yoke in a little bit and push the adjust the trim to get it to stop doing that. When I do that, I should be able to get myself up around 100, 105 knots. So our next airport we're going to is Cranfield, and we are flying in the basically in the London area. The airport's surrounding London. So the non-military airport surrounding London. There's a lot of military airports, and I have chosen to not fly to them because you can't fly to them in real life unless you had an emergency, and so I'm just trying to keep it real, just like I would do if I was flying in a real airplane. So as much as you can. It's still a sim. today I installed SAM, Scenery Area Management, I think it's called, and I'm kind of looking, because I installed like the trees, global trees, that kind of stuff, and so far what I can see from my vantage point, they look pretty good, so. Yeah, I was trying to get, there's a new London City airport out on xplane.org, but the problem is it's not playing nice with Orbic's to Earth Great Britain. It's not playing nice at all, so they, like the water and stuff around London City, which is what the new airport is just, the water doesn't match anything in the area. So I'm not sure what the problem is, but just not working. So my goal was to do touch and goes at the last airport and then fly over to London City and do maybe a touch and go or two, and then ended up doing a full stop there. But since it didn't work out, I'm just not going to do that. So kind of disappointing, actually. So next airport, what do we got? Tower 134930. Setcom 1 standby 134.930.
Com 1 standby set to 124.903.
Set Com 1 standby 134.930.
Com 1 standby set to 134.903.
Okay. Whoops. I'm flying over an airport that I shouldn't be this slow at. Oh well. So what airport is this? So. See if this will tell me. Should be the top one. Huh, I don't know. Oh well. For some reason my feet don't want to stay on the rudder pedals. I don't know why. Hey Iowa, how you doing? Did some touch and goes at Birmingham, and did pretty good. And I'm on my way to Cranfield, and I'm going to do some there, and then do a full stop. If everything goes as planned, this will be my last stream with this headset. So I have one that should ship on the 3rd of June. We'll see how long it takes it to get to me, or if they ship it on the 3rd of June. Yeah, I got 31 miles to go. Okay. What you gonna stream? Flight sim or trucking? Okay. Let's see if I can catch you. Oh, okay. You have to behave on Pilot Edge. I'm not sure I'm ready for that. Yeah, I can believe that. Yeah, I'm doing live weather. It isn't too bad here. It's been kind of, oh, that was kind of a little worse. It's been kind of nice for the last couple of days here in the UK. That kind of changed. Certainly got a little hazier. I better be quiet. Not a problem. That's odd. My right controller is 44 and my left one's in 77. That's odd. Wonder why. sounds good. Oh, really? Does it look good? Well, that's good. I guess I would say I've never had the desire to look at it, but I find two flight sims are almost too much. Just trying to keep up with versions and whatever tweaks you got to do to make it work right. I was just looking at them windmills. For some reason, and maybe it's just my system, but the windmills in X-Plane don't seem to have any artifacts at all. They're a windmill. Where in Microsoft Flight Simulator, I always seem to see shimmering and other stuff kind of going on when I look at a windmill, because I could see them windmills from probably, I don't know, 5 miles away, something like that. And oh wow. So what do you usually fly in DCS? Okay. would think that's got to be a handful. I would think. And because they fly so fast, I mean, you just have to, you can't be thinking about it. You just have to be able to do it. That would be hard. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably be going on for about another 40 minutes. Yeah, probably about another 40 minutes. Then I'll be done. Tower, Cessna 6 Bravo Golf.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, this is Tower, go ahead.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, inbound to land.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, good evening. Squawk 1200, enter pattern on a left downwind for runway 21. Call downwind.
Okay, runway 21. 7.5 miles to go. Okay, at the speed I'm going, I'll be there in 5 minutes. I'll make sure we got everything kind of okay. Getting a little low on fuel, but not terribly bad. I usually put, when I start the stream, about 50% fuel in, something like that. 15 gallons is normally what I shoot for per wing, so 30 total. So elevation's about the same as the other airport, so we'll say 1,400 feet's a pattern, so that's about where I'm flying, so. Everything's pretty flat here, so. Oh, 5 miles away, always just trying to see if you can see the runway. Sometimes they're easy to see, sometimes they're very, very hard. Especially today, it's a little bit hazy. But normally they're not that hidden once you kind of like know what you're looking for. And you're looking for a piece of pavement that's straight and long, not too wide. And it says it should be on my left, so could be between those trees there. I see something that looks like it's open a bit. That may be it. It may be further over. 4 miles out, so maybe further over. I think I see it. So I can see on the map the direction it's got to be in. It's kind of matching what my heading indicator is telling me. It says it's 2 miles away, so it can't be too far off here. Ah, there it is. Quite sure I see it. Let me look a minute. Yep, I'd be right. I was just making a slow turn to see if my heading bug would go in the direction I think, and it did. So we're pattern altitude. So runway is over there on my left, and everything kind of lines up. I have my heading bug is over here. So it's that direction. So the runway is right there. So as I make a left-hand turn here, my heading bug is going in the bottom, so that says that I am on a left downwind. Or will be when I get it turned around here. So we'll line her up, pull power back a little bit here. I'd probably go back to 2000. I'm too close. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, downwind runway 21.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, call turning final for runway 21.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, request touch and go.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, winds are 081 at 9 knots, cleared for the option runway 21.
Okay, I'm a little tight to the runway here, I can tell. So I'm gonna go to my right a little bit. Pull back on the yoke a little bit and trim it to try to get the elevation up a little bit. Looking not too bad. Seem a little low. Okay. So I'm going to pull the power back a little bit, hold back on the yoke, 1 notch of flaps. So 355 feet. Okay. Go ahead and turn to base. 1 more notch of flaps. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, turning final.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, winds are 081 at 9 knots, cleared for the option runway 21.
Yeah, a bit shorter than the other one. Not bad though. Watch not to flaps. No displaced threshold here. Rotate. That's funny. Okay. Whoops. Alrighty, turn on downwind. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, downwind runway 21.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, call turning final for runway 21.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, request touch and go.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, winds are 081 at 9 knots, cleared for the option runway 21.
Kadoki. Looking pretty end of that runway, trying to maintain pattern altitude. I'm a little bit low. So we'll pull back the power to about 1800. Throw in 1 notch of flaps. Trying to get the plane to descend just a little bit. So we're at 1800, descending about 500 feet per minute. So I don't want to get too far away because I'm a little bit low. So we'll go ahead and turn our base here. Next notch of flaps. So I have 2 notches of flaps out. RPM dropped a little bit in my turn. Runway's coming up. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, turning final. I was a little tight to this runway. So I didn't do was square a pattern as I normally do. I'm also high. So feather out some power here. Trying to get it to descend. Not crazy descend, but last notch of flaps. So I got my hand on the throttle in case I need to do something. Hilarious. Rotate. Okay, we're clear of the runway. We'll go ahead and turn. I'm going to try to get a little bit further away from the runway this time. I was just too close in. I ended up pulling it out, but it's just not the way I prefer. It is too rushed. Unless it's good for me. Okay, there's the runway behind. I'm at 45 degrees with it. Or actually 90 degrees at it. Okay. Back to 2000. Turn on downwind. Airspeed's going up, so I'm pulling the yoke back to prevent that. Trying to get lined up here on downwind. And as I come in, I'm trying to slow down that roll. There we go. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, downwind runway 21.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, call turning final for runway 21.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, request touch and go.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, winds are 101 at 9 knots, cleared for the option runway 21.
Okay, back to 1800. One notch of flaps. Okay. Trying to go out just a little bit further. So I'm going to turn on base. Second knot to flaps. Trying not to roll too far. Trying to get straight here. Okay, that looks a lot better. Still a bit high. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf turning final.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf winds are 101 at 9 knots cleared for the option runway 21.
Yeah, went past the runway a little bit here. So I'm trying not to turn too steep to recover from that. It'll be okay. Way too steep. So we can put in our last knot to flaps. I think I'm getting a feel for this yoke. Okay, end of the runway. .500 feet. I'll do one more touch and go and then full stop landing. Straighten it up. Pull power back to 2000. Okay, turn on downwind. You can almost hear the sounds and know that your airspeed's increasing. You can just hear it. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, downwind, runway 21.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf call turning final for runway 21.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, request touch and go. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, request touch and go.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf winds are 101 at 9 knots cleared for the option runway 21.
Okay. Thought you didn't hear me for a minute there. Okay, power back to around 1800. 1 knot to flaps. Definitely high. So we can go out a little bit further than we normally do. Try to get rid of some elevation here. Turn on base. Onto flaps. So when I do my final turn, turn to final, I should be at 500 feet. But I'm above that right now. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, turning final.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf winds are 101 at 9 knots cleared for the option runway 21.
Definitely higher. Okay, full stop landing, next circuit. Rotate. Learning to do adjustments, not changes. Okay. Last landing of the day. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, downwind runway 21.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf call turning final for runway 21.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, full stop landing.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf winds are 101 at 9 knots cleared to land runway 21.
Okay, back to 1800. 1 notch of flaps. So, full stop landing. Okay, go ahead and turn on base. One more notch of flaps. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf turning final.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf winds are 101 at 9 knots cleared to land runway 21. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf exit runway when able.
So, is this a taxiway or a runway? Taxiway. Okay, got a yellow line. No doubt. Every landing this airport's been butter. I can't believe it. Think I figured out my yoke. Man, that's a lot of fuel tankers, or tanks. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, clear of the active.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, welcome to Cranfield. There is no ground control at this airport. Let us know if you need taxi instructions.
Nah, I'll figure it out. Just looking for something that looks kind of like me. Yeah. Hell yeah. There is no other way. You are absolutely right. Looks like they're on the grass. Guess that's where I'm going. Okay. Come on. Trying to keep the yoke pulled back so the nose wheel don't dig in. I think we'll go a little bit more. We're done. Okay, she stopped. Parking brake. So better get the avionics off. Come on. And then we can pull back on the mixture. Boom. So taxi off, beacon off. Cool. Looks like we're done. That all went well. Yeah, the only other way I could fly is with a track IR, and no, no, I just enjoy VR too much. So, but I guess we're gonna call it a day. Make sure I got the plane all cleaned up here. Yeah, it looks okay. I'm using the Reality Expansion Pack, and if I don't make sure I do everything correct, the plane will be broken for me when I come to use it again. But everything looks okay. Whoops. Parking brake fell off. Alrighty. I'm going to call it a day. Thanks for stopping by, Iowa. If you stream today or tomorrow, I'll try to check you out. So, without further ado, if you enjoy the content, please follow. And not everybody can watch VR streams, and I fully understand. But if you do enjoy the content, please do click on the follow button, and we'll see you later. Everybody have just a great day. I know mine has been a lot of fun. Goodbye.